Hi there, Kristine Palkowitz, and I'm working with my friends at Feeding Children Everywhere and Full Cart to show you how you can turn some of the ingredients they provide into some creative and wonderful meals that the whole family is going to enjoy. So today, what I'm going to make for you are some grain-free, sugar-free donuts. That's right, we're having donuts and they can be good for you too, thanks to sunflower seed butter. So the first thing you're going to need is 2 tablespoons of sunflower seed butter. The next ingredient is a plantain, not to be confused with a banana. And though it looks like a banana, it's a plantain. And then you're going to want almond flour. If you can't find almond flour, you can also use tiger nut flour, but to keep them grain-free, we're gonna stick with almond flour and some baking powder because, hey, we want these babies to rise. So that's right, grain-free, sugar-free, paleo, vegan, all those good things. So we're gonna start with our first ingredient, sunflower seed butter, and I'm going to add it to a blender. Now we're using about 2 tablespoonfuls, so go ahead and open your packet. And what I love about sunflower seed and sunflower seed butter is that it's packed with vitamin E, which is really great for your skin and your heart and your eyes. So go ahead and eat that up. Plus it's packed with protein. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons to the blender. The next ingredient is the plantain. Now, like I said, plantains are not bananas, so if you try to substitute with a banana, you might not get the recipe you're looking for. But plantains do have a lot of the same benefits as a banana, just a little bit more. So the skin is a bit thicker when you see it in the store, and they come in different colors. Sometimes you'll see green plantains, yellow plantains, and then even the almost poor looking bad plantains. And I assure you it's not gone bad, it's just gotten really ripe, which means it's got a little bit more sugar in it than the green plantains. So plantains are a great source of vitamins B6, vitamin A, vitamin C, and it's a way to sweeten up these donuts without actually using any sugar. So we're going to use the natural sweetness of the plantains. So it's also going to sort of act as a flour substitute as well because it's got a lot of starch, even more so than a banana. Like I said, lots of the same benefits, potassium, vitamins, just a little bit more. So I'm peeling my plantain. I've got my ingredients in my blender, and now I blend. All right, my plantain is nice and pureed with that sunflower seed butter. So the next thing I'm going to do is add about 1/2 cup of almond flour to this bowl that I have in front of me. And I say about 1/2 cup because sometimes it'll vary. You might need a little bit more or a little bit less depending on how big your plantain was, because it's very hard to measure Mother Nature. So I have 1/2 cup of almond flour in there, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Now I have my ingredients in the bowl, and because I like to do something a little extra for inflammation and flavor, I'm going to add a couple pinches of cinnamon. Got those things in the bowl, the dry ingredients. I'm going to give them just a little bit of a stir. And now I'm going to add my plantain puree. In addition to the protein that you get from your sunflower seed butter, you're also going to be getting a lot of protein and more vitamin E from the almond flour that we used. So these donuts are protein-packed, sugar-free goodness. And now I'm just going to stir it together. It's starting to come together just like that. These are some of my favorite donuts to make. In fact, I make them probably weekly. So when I tell people that I have coffee and donuts for breakfast, I'm not lying. And I feel really good about it too. So I'm gonna add just about a little extra tablespoon of almond flour. And there we go. It's kind of a whipped consistency. Whoop. And that's what you want, that light, airy, whipped kind of consistency. Now, that's all together. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you have lined a donut pan. So if you don't have a donut pan, you can also turn these into mini muffins, which are also delicious, and you'll just need to bake them for a few minutes less. So I have my donut pan in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop some of this in. Now I may not have enough to fill all the cavities of these donuts. It just depends on how much batter I have available to me. And again, kind of depends on the size of the plantains and the amount of sunflower seed butter you use. So if you wanted to double this recipe, you certainly could, and then you would just get twice as many donuts. You can also add other great ingredients. Ginger is a good, healthy spice that helps with inflammation and digestion. Cardamom is another one. You might not have heard of it, but it's got a lot of similar benefits to cinnamon, and it has a really wonderful, unique flavor. If you're looking for more of a vanilla taste, a little dash of vanilla extract is also a good addition. All right, so I have my donut pan all filled up, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 11 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on them again. So my timer is going off right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull those donuts out and let them cool for a few minutes. Donuts are out of the oven now and just cooling on the rack back there, and we'll give them about 5 minutes to rest. They're still going to bake a little inside too, so that they're not so mushy, and we'll check them out in just a few minutes. And finally, you have some nice cinnamon donuts that you can feel really good about serving to your family. These make for an excellent breakfast, snack, dessert, whatever time of day. No guilt, sugar-free, grain-free, vegan, healthy. Your family will love it. For this and other delicious recipes, visit fullcart.org or check out their YouTube channel.